whatever. I'd still like to throw this up on YouTube as well, just so that we have that. But let me switch us over to. I'll just switch this over. So I will. It's the place card that's been showing for the last little while. So I'm gonna start the recording, and then we can go over. And I don't know if you want to do a formal opening, or we can just do just a casual. Say, hey, this is what we're doing.
I'm still not necessarily sure we should do the inventory today. I think we should just do a quick one and then talk about it after the fact when we have it all. So
yeah, I agree. So we are live on the Death Head Dice streaming channel as well as on the Moose Machine Network. Excellent. It is a lighter cast today because we our comrade in arms Dallas is at his son's baseball game, and the only reason he was going to not be able to join us if his son won the game, and so which is good because it was double elimination and they lost last week. So the fact that he's still there probably means that he's won. So we may be talking to the father of a championship team soon.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be fancy?
I think that we're all just waiting with bated breath right now because Lock and Load is this weekend. We're going to get all the rules dropped. We're going to see all the new stuff, extra models, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a crazy big reveal. So as sort of the last hurrah going into the weekend, Fraser, I know that you sort of got your brain whirling right now around what you might want to take. So what are you thinking?
So right now we have the first Mark III event in Southern Ontario is being hosted by Black Knight Games, which is the store that Tim Banky works at. And so we're doing a 75, or is it 75? I think it's a 100-point steamroller. And so I figured I might as well go head first into Mark III. So I've two lists. I want to bring Calandra, offensively in Mark II. She is almost.
You are what I'm hearing is almost unintelligible. So hopefully being captured properly.
No, changeable. They're coaching, so if you really know, this may not the cards so far, or I definitely want to bring to the I only own the Mountain King. I don't have a there we go. I'm getting a notice from hanging. Yep, professionalism in podcasting, right? So, yeah,
still having.
There we go.
Yeah, bandwidth issues, and I highly doubt it's on the speed problems on my end.
Yeah, it's odd because I was having no issues before. I wonder if the kids are going crazy on the. Yeah, Dan's giving us a saying. People are expecting troops. Well, we know they're expecting troops, but with being short a cast member, it's kind of hard to go through everything. So, is the audio a little bit better now?
A little bit.
Okay. You know what? You talk about some stuff. How about we talk about your Lock and Load, and I will see if I can do something on my end. So you keep talking about. You're going to Lock and Load, so why don't you talk about that?
Lock and Load. So at previous Lock and Loads, I've tried really hard to engage in tournaments. It was one of the most enjoyable parts of the game for me. I love being competitive. I love listing out for a couple of months and getting just the fine tuning done on my tournament stuff. But this year, it's going to be different. I'm going to be hanging out with fans. I'm going to be hanging out with the rest of the RFPs crew, the Scrum crew. Old school Mr. Mike Davis will be there, so that's going to be great. And I'm just going to enjoy the last hurrahs of Mark II. And I fully expect to get some good games in beforehand, some arena, and just I'm there to have a good time. But one of the things that's exciting me the most is it's going to be the first time I've had a chance to get to the other side in a while, which means I'll be able to pick up Wrathrock. Yeah, so I'll be taking that home with me, and probably just carrying it around all day, taking pictures with people, because why not? Seems like a good use of my time. You might even see a couple of videos, maybe some live streaming on Twitch or something like that, if we can arrange it. But Lock and Load is such a crazy, awesome, super fun experience. I look forward to it every year. And like I said, no tournaments for me this year, so we'll see what happens in the Iron Arena. I expect to get some good games in. Not only that, but the RFP crew, as part of our Kickstarter, has a dinner that we're going to be attending the night before on Thursday for people who donated at a certain level for our Kickstarter. So Dallas and I will be there. We'll be at Mox Boarding House from about 7 until, probably until they close, my guess. So if you're already in town for Lock and Load and you want to come say hi, come hang out, have a beer, Dallas and myself will be there, as well as all the other RFP crew, Sam, Charles, Tim, like all the other guys, including probably Tim Banky that night, which would be not surprising. So it's going to be quite the experience. And like I said, I endeavor to go to this convention every year, and I am super enthusiastic to see what Privateer brings out. And I've already seen some of the stuff on their media feeds by Hungerford and Ed Boreal of the setup there, and including some already leaked on sale models, which you saw, which is the new re-sculpted Behemoth.
So I didn't realize that was going to be available the day of the actual event.
I
they
saw
said
a
which other
picture of the box in hand.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so some
Any
pretty
troll
good stuff.
Yeah, so say, are we seeing it in the past?
What was the question? I couldn't understand what you said.
Sorry. I said, is there any troll stuff that we've seen, or is it because we've gotten too much love in the past? They're not giving us anything this time.
Nothing specific leaked, but I imagine by tomorrow we'll probably know a lot more after the press gangers get in.
Interesting. Okay, that's good to see. So, and one question, and hopefully you can hear me okay. The rules are dropping. Are they dropping Sunday?
I believe they are.
Saturday
Sunday
night.
will be the day that they release the book, which means the rules drop then.
Okay, and that means, and we don't have a time frame for that. Like, it's not going to be first thing in the morning, or.
I'm gonna guess it probably will be first thing in the morning when they open the store, so 8 or whatever o'clock that they do that, and then people will be able to go in and purchase the book and that sort of thing. That said, though, they're still already going to be releasing the battle boxes on Friday. So we'll have a certain glimpse at whether or not what we've seen on the internet is actually close to what actually is going to be presented to us. So will be interesting to take a look at that when everything drops on Friday. And what I'm hoping is they don't just postpone all of that until Sunday, because that would be annoying. It would be really cool to like get your hands on the battle box and play a game or two with it and see how it works and how the new rules work. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It'll be because I know that we're hoping, at least I've got some of the 40 Gamer guys coming over on Sunday. We're hoping the battle box rules will be available so we can stream some games doing all the different battle boxes. Between the four of us, I think we cover most of the factions, and you figure most battle box games only take 15 to 20 minutes to play, depending on how good you are. Although with the new rules, it may be a little bit slower, but we're hoping to stream a bunch of those games as well.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I will be interested to see. I'll be interested to see what the new dynamic will be. I mean, battle box games, unless you really shorten the table, can tend to be, can tend to be kind of tedious. But we'll see. With the new terrain rules and that sort of thing, I imagine we'll get a much more diverse game out of the small point levels. But that being said, I'm really, really hoping that we'll be able to get a crack at it earlier on, and see how Mark III really plays out.
Well, I mean, it'd also be nice or at least with our battle box, we have a caster that has a feat that we can use in the first few weeks of the battle box, or if you're doing a journeyman league, because Madrak's feat, and although it's great in Mark II, it didn't lend itself well to battle box games typically.
No, not at all. I mean, it just didn't work on Warjacks or War Beasts.
Yeah, but it was funny actually. At the time I've got some models on the table just to sort of figure out and looking at the rules that were spoiled before with the And I don't know, were those from No Quarter? Because all the battle box cards were spoiled through a different way, and I thought those were the
those. I
took
think those were
picture.
official, so it wouldn't surprise me
Yeah.
if that was actually what they look like.
Yeah, but I took a page from Dallas's books. I know from one of the first Trollblood Scrums I listened to. He said just set the models up on your table and just work out where you want to be the first couple turns. So I was doing that with the battle box this week, and I was having actually a lot of fun trying to figure out where you need to put these guys, where the spells are, and what the spells are you can use, and I was having a lot of fun. And I mean, I know that a lot of people are saying that this is going to be a big shooting game, but with the spell and it's Earth's Shadow. I forget the spell that Ragnar has, but it basically they get dug in, so they get cover. So theoretically, getting a +4 defense for on these guys, you'll be able to protect your guys fairly quickly, easily getting up the board, unless they have something they can boost at a longer range. So
Yeah,
it was interesting.
Huge range presence from battle box casters right now too, so it's mostly to make sure that they can get there without being affected by like debuff spells and things like that as well. So it's not to be shed.
So no, I'm looking forward to it, and I think it'll be fun. So
yeah, absolutely. So you went to your first, convention a little bit earlier this year, and I'm kind of curious, why was Lock and Load not really in the cards for you this year?
it's just the distance, and typically it's if I'm going somewhere like that, I usually I don't take my family anywhere on trips. So if I go on a trip for myself, it's hard to justify, to be honest. So it would be I don't want to necessarily have to pay for airfare for 5 people to come out to Vancouver. We'd fly to Vancouver because that's where my sister lives, so we'd visit there. But justifying that also right near the end of the school year as well, when exams and stuff are starting for my sons that are in high school. It's the timing just isn't that fantastic, where if we plan it out a little bit better and see where things land. So I mean, and to be honest, I've as much as I've known that it existed, I haven't really been as involved in the community as much as I've outside of the local community. I haven't been as involved until I did the Battle for Breath, where I met people through this. Like, I really want to be able to meet Aaron and thank him in person. I want to meet you guys because of the podcast. So there's a number of people I want to meet who I know to go to these kind of events. So it's more because I want to go for the community side of it, not necessarily for the games. It'd be fun to go for the games, and I've gone to back in the day. I've gone to like Games Day when they used to do them in Toronto for Games Workshop. I actually volunteered at a couple of those, but it's the community side is what's driving me want to go, and that's what I feel like I'm missing this time. I mean, if I went to Lock and Load, I'd be just as happy never playing a game, just as long as I can hang out with people. Which is what I got out of when I went down to the Southern Ontario Open. That's what I enjoyed the most about it, was just meeting some of the people I've heard of or knew through other sources. So
yeah, definitely. One of the best things about Lock and Load too, though, is getting to watch the IG finals. You get to see some of the best players competing at the highest level, and some of the plays that you see are just super sick, and they're just really, really awesome. And I remember very vividly watching Jay take on Jason Watt last year in the IG finals, and it was just like, man, what a game! Like, it really sets a tone for a competitive player. Like, this is what you should be capable of if you want to compete with the people that are at the top of their game, and it's super impressive. And I'm really, really stoked to see how the finals play out this year.
Any hedging any bets on who's going to make it into the finals?
I think that I don't know. I have a soft spot in my heart for Jay Larson. He's a really nice guy. He's always been great to me when we've been at conventions together and IMC and things like that, and super good player as well. So if I had to root for somebody, he'd probably be top of the list there.
No, that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. And but I mean, let's not demean anybody here. If you're in the top 16 of an IG for the end of the year, you've got a chance to be one of the best players in the nation. And actually, one of our RFP guys has the distinction of going this year, which is Sam Ross, bringing his cricks, and he's I think he's got a good chance. So I'd probably root for him as well.
And let's see, I've just had someone comment in the chat that the audio on your side isn't working the way it's supposed to. to, which is kind of unusual. So, but we've got the audio through the Hangouts, so we may have this may be an audio only version of the text or the audio. So this apparently wasn't a great day for me to do podcasts.
I guess not. I think the stars were against us because Dallas isn't here.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, he's our guiding light, right? Okay, so this is unusual. The only way I can fix this is flipping it back over. So, someone's asking for some Mountain King list, but you'd have to listen to me tell you about that, not to Matt, because you can't hear him right now. So, I'm going. This is again excellence in podcasting. So, let's try this.
I blame whoever your internet provider is, and then also my internet provider.
No, I think. Well, no one told me, but my kids told me earlier today, or when I was turning off all the internet devices upstairs. They said, "Oh yeah, it's been sucky all day." I said, "You think you could have told me that earlier? I mean, or you could have reset the router on your own?" But apparently that was too much. So,
of course not.
But of course, yeah. The mind of a 15-year-old isn't always that. Well, we won't go there. So I'm going to try this. And screen capture. Again, fantastic, exciting stuff. I know.
Oh, that's lovely. So you know what's
Go ahead, sorry.
What's kind of interesting is that I got one of the new Sculpt Rock War Beasts, and I still have my old one. Maybe while I'm at Lock and Load, he can be my. It'll be my last hurrah for that model, and I can give him away to a fan while I'm there. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What do they need to do to convince you to give them your rock?
I don't know. I think we might just do a raffle. If you're a TrollbloodScrum fan and you want to come say hi, come shake my hand, we'll go ahead and put your name in the hat, and whoever comes out on top, I'll hand over the model.
Oh, there we go. That works.
Yeah, a little impromptu giveaway there. Hey, it's lovingly painted and converted by me, so I think it's a fine gift, even if you aren't really fond of the model or if you don't have one of the new ones.
Whichever works, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Apparently, OBS is just making my life miserable right now. So
it is a rather resource-hungry program. I know that much.
And to be honest, I haven't had that much of an issue with it. The issue I'm having now is I thought I had everything set up earlier, and the screen capture pieces, because my side is looking good. Like they can hear me, but I don't think they're tuning in just for me. I think they're tuning in as much for you as they are for me.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Ah, there we go. I think we fixed it.
Did we?
Say something?
Hello?
Yes, we did. There we go. Only, 30 minutes in? 21 minutes in. So, 21 minutes of me talking and then nothing.
So they did not hear me at all? Really? God.
No, but we've got you on Hangout. So you're covered on the Hangout side. So Dan can work his magic, but this one's not going to YouTube.
All right.
And so again, I'll throw myself on my sword and explain that apparently I thought I knew what I was doing. So I may get in the habit of resetting that router before I start these things as well, just to make sure we clear that up, because that was kind of painful.
Yeah.
But was there anything else you wanted to cover off?
Honestly, I think we can probably just wrap it up at this point. Between the issues we were having and all that, we can just send this out. We'll attach it to probably the next episode as like a preamble, and then we'll go ahead and when we actually have all the rules as released, we'll go over inventory, finish up, and then give our wow factors. Like we can pick like a warlock, a war beast, and a unit each, and just be like, this is what I'm super excited for when we actually have the rules. And that seems like it'd be pretty good.
Agreed. I think that'll. And I'm really interested to see what Dallas has come up with. And a little less than happy with our involvement, but I think you're right. and for me, I don't know about you, but for me, I do all my list building in War Room. So having to use some like a spreadsheet or figure the cards out through the cards through whatever source they're available in, I find it a bit of a challenge. So having everything in War Room once it's available, I think will make a big difference for list building.
Yeah, I agree entirely. I do almost all my list building in War Room, so.
So it'll be good too once we have that, and that's hitting at the same time, is it not? They were saying it should be right around same time the rules hit, the War Room will hit as well.
Say that
I don't
one
know if you've heard that the same. So have you heard that if the update to War Room is going to occur at the same time as the rules being released?
I would hope so. I would expect so, actually. And honestly, I have been speculating for a while now that I think that the new version of War Room will probably be ushered in with the new rule set.
Yeah,
like that is what I predict at this point.
It'd be foolish if it doesn't, just because there's going to be so many people wanting that.
Yeah. And I mean, it's simple numbers adjustments in War Room if they don't do that, so it's not a big deal that they don't, but I would prefer a better tool going into the new game, like not having to adjust to another one after already getting acclimated to the new way the rules are and how to reference them and that kind of thing. So I would be much more inclined in that respect.
No, did you have? Were you on the beta? Were you doing any of the testing?
No, I wish I was, but I didn't have a tablet or a modern smartphone until far too late in the to really request being in it.
Okay. Yeah, I was able. I only noticed it near the end when it was available on Android for smartphone, so I grabbed it. Some of the features I like the fact that it lets you track what's painted and what isn't painted and what you own, which I thought was a nice touch because I was using Forward Commander, the website, for that for the longest time.
Yeah,
I like the fact that it lets you pick. You can pick a list based on what you have painted. So if you want, say, I want to make sure I have to place anything, you say pick for my list, my actual inventory, and it'll pull that down for you.
That's really cool. Nice. I like that kind of power selection stuff there. I like Forward Commander for that as well, like for quite some time. And then Forward Commander broke its login process, and I lost everything that I had stored.
Well, also they didn't upgrade date for the last book as well. So I was thinking, I want to add all the new models I bought. Oh, I can't. I was sad, but no, it sounds like. Well, the funny part is one of the first episodes of 4 New Gamers, we were making recommendations for people, and one of the things we said War Room, but this is what we want to see in War Room, and we listed like 3 different things, and then like a month later they said, hey, this is what we're adding to War Room, and we said, well, wow. We predicted it a good month ahead of time, so we were quite proud of ourselves. So, but no, I think my only concern, both with the War Room and with the rule launch, is whether or not the servers can take the hammering they're going to get.
Yeah,
because there's going to be, because we've seen that's happened multiple times. I'd forgotten that the first one of the first insiders that came up, basically the demand to see it killed the PP site.
Yeah, we'll see. Luckily, if you've got an Android, the Google Play Store is really solid as far as how it distributes data. So
that's true too.
I don't think that there will be a problem. However, if there are any updates that need to be pushed and that sort of thing, I'm not certain where. Like right now, PP handles some of that on the back end instead of in the Play Store. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. And mostly because for those who have bought all the cards, they're supposed to be cheaper, but I just wonder how much cheaper they're going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I intend to get when it releases, I intend to buy the ultimate pack and get the
same
stuff. So
it's the only, that was one of the smartest moves I made. I regret not doing it sooner. Is being able to have all the cards and being able to look up everything, and sort of, someone talks about a weird rule, okay, I'll look it up and see what the card can do, rather than just focusing on my own faction. It's a brainer to do it that way.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the price that they want for it, and it's constantly updated. You don't have to get new cards. You don't have to do any of that. Yeah, and just do it. It makes more sense to do it. So
completely agree. Okay, well, on that note, it is we've been going for 25 minutes, where people have heard you for about 5.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, this will be a half episode or on the tail end of one of the other episodes. But best of luck at Lock and Load. Have lots of fun with your games. Say hi to as many people as you can.
Oh yeah.
give Aaron a hearty thank you from me if you could.
Oh,
Are
I'm
you
gonna
getting
hug that
Rathrock?
man.
Are you gonna be carrying Rathrock around with you at the?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have it with me. I should really just get like a harness so that I can carry it all the time.
No, what you have to do, if I can ask, I've started a hashtag Rathrock selfie
Okay.
to track all the photos. All the photos from Battle for Breath, I posted them on Twitter with hashtag of Rathrock selfie. Aaron's done the same, and Christopher, who won the axe, has done the same as well. And he's taking his down to Texicon or TexasCon. So there's going to. I'd like to see how many Rathrock selfie tags we can get going on Twitter. So if you can encourage people to do that, or anyone who's listening and they want their picture taken with it, I'm assuming you won't be terribly upset if people want to do a selfie with your axe. Maybe I'm being a little bit too forward. So okay, perfect. I guess I probably should have asked before offering. It was. I just assumed.
Fan interactions are one of the best things. Like I love meeting new people, and especially people who are enthusiastic about the game and love the community. So no, absolutely. If you want a picture with Rathrock, and me, that's even better.
Well, there you go.
Come on down. Ask for a selfie. We'll take it. It'll be great. I'm
just
really looking forward to it.
Selfie. Yeah, hashtag Rathrock selfie. There we go.
Done and done.
As long as you use that hashtag, we're all good. So, so that's. I think that we're good. So, let's. Any parting thoughts?
Nope. I think we're done.
Excellent. Well, thank you for the 3 people that are watching us, and next time we'll be better, honest.
We try anyway. All right.
Yep, there we go. Thanks.
Show. This has been the Scrumcast. Signing off.
There we go. So stop streaming, stop recording. Now I have to figure. I don't know if it'll cap it. And that pisses me off that it wasn't doing it. Because anyways, only slightly frustrated. But again, I'd better to have it do this with Dallas not here, and we're not doing a serious podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if this is the one that be doing it on, so.
And it's not the first time we've had podcasts that were just marred with technical difficulties. Skype is such a hunk of shit, like that we've had so many problems trying to get podcasts done.
Yeah. Well, at least this way we know the audio's fine, right?
Yeah, definitely.
There's recorded normally, and if it's lost, it's lost. I'm trying to figure out they're actually just right there, well, up there.
Yeah.
And there's wires coming out, but I have to see if I can pull them out and figure where they're going, because normally I don't have any issues, to be honest. Like, I don't think this is the first time I've had any kind of bandwidth issues.
Yeah, this is the first time you've actually been garbled at all. Dallas is usually the one that I have the issues with. But.
Well, apparently it's one of us has to do it. It was just my turn.
I guess so.
So,
all right, well,
is there?
Okay.
You have a question? No, I was thinking something. I was figuring out the logistics, and I realized already it wasn't worth it. So, I was just thinking if there was a battle box, but it's the shipping to get the battle box back to me and stuff like that's a pain.
Yeah,
and I've got. Now, have you heard the just quickly, like, are they limiting the number of boxes you can buy at Lock and Load, or is it
what they usually do for limited release products is that you get a ticket the first day, and what doesn't sell out after that, it becomes unlimited at that point.
Okay. But so for Battle Box, everyone can get just like one
right away, and if there's extras, you can get others.
Okay. So, I mean, at this point, the one store that we get who deals with does the bulk of the War Machine sales in our area, because they're getting, I mean, everyone's getting shorted, but I was one of the first people to put it in an order for the Troll Box, so I should be okay. So, and even if I don't have it right away, I can just proxy it for the first little bit anyways if I want to. So, it's not like I'm absolutely hurting for it.
If I'm able to get an extra one for you, I'll get a hold of you via Facebook or something, and if you want, we can just have you PayPal me whatever, and I'll take care of it.
Yeah, absolutely. We can figure it out. At this point, don't worry about it, because it's not something that's super pressing. If there was something that was like really cool and limited edition, but you want it for yourself,
I'll tell you right now, if there's a model that we didn't know was going to be released out there, I will immediately tell you guys.
So, yeah, if that's the case, absolutely. Like if they have the new, was it the Sorcerer or the Pummeler
or the Yeah, the new shaman.
Shaman, that's the word I was looking for the shaman.
Yeah.
If they have either of those, if you can get after you get yours, let me know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would definitely be interested in those. Cool. Well, have fun. Send photos, send videos, do all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure you'll have some wild. Well, the three of you guys will have some great stories afterwards. So
yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, Frizz, I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, enjoy. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.